Okay, so do I have audio now? Let me take a peek at this. Test 1, 2. Audio, microphone. Yes, it looks like I should have audio now. All right, so first of all, everybody tell me now, do I have sound? Good. Okay, sorry about that. First of all, let me start off. Happy Memorial Day. As you can tell, I'm from home today. I am not in the studio. It's Memorial Day, so I'm kind of taking it easy. I did want to, let me see if I can control this right here. Yes, I can. Ooh, let me go back. Oh, yeah, look at that. Boy, that makes a big difference, doesn't it? Not near as bright there. Good deal. All right, I can handle that. So, okay, cool. So here's the deal. It's Memorial Day here in the United States. I don't know how many of y'all are from the United States, but I decided to go in and jump in. Look, I'm at the house. I have nothing better to do. And yes, you can ask a question. I don't have the chat going or don't have the form set up today. So I don't have the Nightbot set up. So really, I'm just going to get in here for a little bit. If you've got questions, please drop them into the chat. I am trying to look over on, I got my chat pulled up here. I'm trying to jump into the live over on YouTube just to see if everything's coming through over here. And hopefully it is. How is everybody doing today? Number one, tell me where you're at. Okay, now you're saying, oh, scroll down again. All right, so happy Memorial Day to you. And why does your water smell, or why does your well smell like swamp water? Well, number one, because it's coming out of the ground just like swamp water does. What you may have to do is find a way to treat that water. And I don't do a lot with well water, so I really can't tell you a lot. Okay, we got Michigan in the house. Adam, how are you doing? We have my boss, Miss Julie Wakefield, in the house. Good to see you. I hope everything's going well. Need a painter for that scuff on the wall. You know, and I probably do. I do have a scuff on the wall from my, I don't even know how you can see it from where you're at, though, because I've got it over here on the side. And maybe you can if the comment goes away. Yep. That's from my chair when I used to have it over here. Man, we are seeing everything. From the government, glad to, hey, I tell you what, I'm glad to see you in here as always. And Bryce, well, that's a tough one there. There's water filtration systems just for well water. I know that. It takes a lot more to do well water than it does other things. So, you know, you've got to treat it for all kinds of different deals. But that's something that I do not specialize in. As a plumber here in Dallas, Texas, all the water we tie into is already treated. It's gone through the water filtration systems. It's been treated with chlorine and things like that. Man, what you're going to need to do, I am not sure. And Julie says, happy Memorial Day. Drama Studios, we are doing fantastic. How are you today? I hope you're great. All right, so as to where everybody was from, we got Adam from Michigan. Ronald, glad to see you. Bryce is in Maine. Okay, CJ, as often as you're in here, I didn't know you were out in Virginia. That's pretty cool. Taskmaster 3609 in Oklahoma. You know what? I'm glad you're doing well. Electrician Apprentice from Anchorage, Alaska. Man, that's pretty cool. Sorry about that. At least in this studio, I know right where the mic is and I can grab it quick. Bang Dog says they're from DC. Lachlan is from Queensland. Ooh, sorry. Hit the wrong button there. Lachlan's from Queensland, Australia. Good to have you in here. WT is from the United Kingdom. You know, it's funny, WT, I actually checked into going over to London. Y'all have, or London has, a fatberg that's like 7 bus loads long, and I really wanted to go over there and video it. Snakes in Europe. And WT, the problem is, For me to fly to London from the United States, I've got to stay in quarantine 14 days from the time I get there. Do 2 COVID tests. It was man, it was actually kind of crazy. But, you know, we're fighting it different ways. J-Roo Gaming says, looking for a summer plumbing job, any advice? Eventually would like to get into the union after your last semester of school this fall. Yeah, here's what I tell you. Number one, watch the videos that I do. And the reason is that I teach people how to find the right job in the trades. Maybe plumbing's not for you. Maybe it is. If it is, that's fantastic. If you hadn't yet, go over and take my free mini course to find out what kind of plumber you want to be. And I say that because I've talked to a lot. Sorry, I'm going to adjust this down just a little bit. Maybe. There we go. I've talked to a lot of people that are in the trades that literally told me they had no idea what kind of plumber were going to be when they got started. So I think that would help you out a lot. It would have helped me out a lot getting in the trades to know more about the things that, the trades represent and plumbing represents. So that could be a good one. But I've got a lot of videos talking about how to get in and get started. I think it could help you a lot. James says, do you have any experience with hybrid heat pump water heaters? And James, I don't. I've seen them. I went to iTech at the Bradford White facility in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and it was actually really, really cool. So no, you didn't get skipped. See, sorry, I'm looking at 2 different screens. I've got me over here, and then I've got it pulled up on YouTube over here where it's live. So no, I don't have a lot of experience. I've seen them, I've messed with them, but I don't have a lot of experience working on them or installing them. I like this. We got Bame Dog, who is an HVAC technician in the house. I love that. Evans from Wisconsin. Man, I went there once. And when I woke up and it was -2 degrees or it's 0 degrees. And I thought, man, that is a little bit too cold for me. Troop 210, San Antonio, Texas. I love that. I was actually down in San Antonio just a couple of weeks ago. I'll say a couple of weeks. It's probably been a month now, but pretty cool. Random Dude is in Nebraska. Ronald Christ is in Cameroon, Africa. Good to have you in here. Remote Studios. Callie, good to have you. And Adam's a painter. Hey, you know what, man? Look, we have painters, HVAC techs, roofers, electricians. We get all kinds of people in here, so I do appreciate it. There you go. And there is a link right there to see if I can copy that and post it here. Ooh, no. All right, man, I am trying. I see a chat there by the night box. Says if you have a question, you can go over there. I am probably not going to be here long enough to get into those today, but I am doing a giveaway on June the 14th. We've put together a new course called Getting Into the Trades, where we're going to break down all the different trades, how to get in, what trade would be best for them, what trade pays the most, what it's going to take to get in trades, all kinds of different things. So if you want to, jump over to thetradesacademy.com and you can find out more about it. There we go. CMH Plumbing Solutions is in Dallas. Good to have you here. Of course, I'm in Richardson. That's where I'm at. Taskmaster, good to have you. Used to live in Dallas. I love it. Vinko Petrovic is in Serbia. Good to have you. Man, we got a lot of cool people here all around the world. This is neat. Okay, I'm going to get this one right. Oh, JNX Maddox is in Florida. The government's in Jersey. Super J's in Kemper, Texas. We got Philly. We got England. How we doing? CJ says, how do toilets get clogged? Well, there's only so big a hole there. And when you put too much stuff in it, whether it be too much poop, paper, anything at all, it can definitely clog it up. And no, I'm not a vet, Christopher, but this is Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day to everybody. James, I appreciate that. Jen's Corners in Philly. Took 10 years to become a master plumber. Enjoy your channel. Mr. Williams, did it take you 10 years or did you just wait and not be in any rush? And I asked because the cool thing about it is, in Texas, if you go through a DOL training program, you can actually become a master in 5 years. So, that part's pretty cool. But I know if you don't go through a DOL training program, it can take 8 years. All right. Fellow brothers from the Netherlands, how are you? Good to have you in here. Yeah, that is the problem with COVID, man. It has slowed everything down. And James, I told you didn't get skipped. Bryce, and here's the deal. I don't like shark bites because I've seen how many problems they can cause and what kind of problems they can cause. I've actually gone in and seen leaks on some that have been put in recently. So, that's where I've got a problem with them. People that use them, look, if you can put it in and it lasts a year, I have no problem with it. I don't recommend them because I have seen them start leaking and cause more problems. So either way. Evan Bregerman, yeah, let me see if I can get the link to this. Make sure that this is it. And it is. Head back over here. All right, so I just put a link down in the bottom. If you want to find out more about it, that's a link to the Trades Academy, and I know it'll say the full site's coming soon. But you can get over there, and I think that there's already a place in there where you can get in. And let me see, I'm on it right now. Yeah, Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. That may not be live till the 14th. But there are places that you can go to where you can put like feedback, get registered for the drawing. We're going to be giving away free courses on the 14th. And yes, the subreddit's right. Subreddit's now open. So anyway, let me jump back over in the chat for a little bit. Super J, I'm going to get down to yours in just a second. I see that and I want to make sure that I talk about that. Taskmaster says, do you like rock? I like some rock. And Troop 210, I don't teach classes. I used to teach for the Texas Pipe Trades. I used to love teaching continuing education. I used to teach it for the union, but I decided I wasn't playing the union's game, so that kind of went away. There's the link right here. You can go to the tradesacademy.com/getting started. And I want to try that one just to see. Yeah. All right. So anyway, I've got to work on some stuff there. But guys, just so you know, we are going to be doing a course in the trades, how to get into the trades, what trades right for you, things like that. And that's what all we've been working on. And as you can see, we're still working on it. Yes, James, you got answered. You're more than welcome. James says, hey there, Master Plumber from Germany here. Run a small plumbing company in southwest of Germany. Man, congratulations. I love that. Janet, tell me a problem or tell me something. What do you see in the difference, the way y'all do plumbing and we do plumbing? What are the biggest differences to you? I think that's pretty cool. Matter of fact, Janet, I've got a subreddit, and I know that the bot put a link in there a while ago about the subreddit is now open. If you'll go look at that, if you'll put pictures of things that y'all do in Germany that we do different, man, I would love to make a video about that. Joey Z, I'm doing great. How are you? I know, what incarnation? A plumber on YouTube? I know, it's crazy. WT says, I wouldn't mind moving to San Antonio. I'll tell you what, it's beautiful down there. Julie's got a picture on her desk where we were actually eating dinner out on the Riverwalk, and I tell you what, I love it. Faceless Mal 5, I am doing great. How are you? 15-year plumber, Ryan Ruiz, good to have you in here. California plumber present, got Georgia. Man, Ryan, you are completely right. No baby wipes. And it's so funny because I see pictures all the time. Plumbers will take pictures of baby wipes on the back of a toilet, and they're like, I love seeing this in customers because it stops up the deal. And I saw one post one the other day of the Cottonelle flushable wipes, and I got to tell you, I love those things. It works, and I know, Sean, I am out of uniform. But anyway, I'm trying to get some plumbers to do the test that I did with the Cottonelle flushable wipes because I want to make a YouTube video. So anyway, if that's something y'all would like to do, make a video of you testing the Cottonelle flushable wipes and regular baby wipes for about 30 minutes in regular water. Video it. Put your video up on the subreddit. Man, I'd love to do a video with y'all on it. How do you fix leak around the bottom of a toilet? It's leaking around the bottom on the floor. What would cause that? You probably need to replace your bowl wax. That's a lot of fun. Pull the toilet, change the wax, clean it all up, put it all right back together. Or shower drain pipes connecting the washing machine pipes. Cleaning your washing machine and black goop from the deep is in my shower. You know, they're all tied together. All your drain lines are tied together and go out. So, yeah, that could be very possible. And we got a lot of Californians in the house. Good for you. Osama Rayan, you are more than welcome. I enjoy it. Super J, why don't you start a vocational technical high school? I'll tell you what, I would love to. It's a lot of work, but that's something that I've actually looked at and thought about. So, man, I appreciate that. Elman's General Plumbing Services, Cooper, best plumbing ever. Okay. Let me see. There's my links. Oh, man, it jumped on me again, guys. Sorry about that. As you can tell, I am not in the studio today, so I'm having a lot of fun here doing it a little different. And Sean Strong is right. I am way out of uniform. Lenny, how are you? Good to have you in here. I'm doing great. He's got the same problem Bryce does. So, you know, Texas has vocational schools, but here's the thing. They don't. Sorry, I'm going to get a drink of water. Sean Strong, thinking about you. And actually, this is unsweet iced tea today. Love being at home, so I can do that. Texas does have vocational schools, but I don't know that literally they've got the right kind of schools. I think they do things a whole lot different. So I would love to see a good training school that teaches the trades. I think it could be fantastic. Ryan Ruiz, I try. Thank you very much. I can use Apprentice work study program. You know, a lot of people can. And here's the thing. Look, the unions have the Apprentice Hall, the training center that does things like that. It's very possible that you can get into the right one and do well. CJ, I'm going to end up blocking you, brother. Bryce does something. You need a Discord. I tell you what, I've been trying to get on Discord for some other people, and I can't get into it. I just, man, Discord's tough. Texas is huge. We're just outside of, just northeast of Dallas, Texas. Lloyd Clavey, how are you, sir? Matt V, you said it right there. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. And my brother, Sean Strong. If y'all have not seen the stuff he's doing over on TikTok, over on Instagram, over on the subreddit, check Sean out. He's actually doing really good. Frederick says, hey, Roger, been applying for a plumber's apprentice position, but I keep getting turned down because I don't have a driver's license. You know, if you keep getting turned down, I say go ahead and get your driver's license first. I think it'll help you out. Central Texas. Good. North Carolina. And yes, Texas is huge. Brian B., I was in North Carolina just a couple of weeks ago. I'll say that's probably been a month ago now. Went to Charlotte. If you haven't seen the video, it turned out really, really cool. We had fun. Super J's near Fort Hood. Julie and I were down around there the other day in Belton. Actually, Friday morning, I stopped in Belton on the way back from Austin. I went down to Austin to do a big leak detection job. And yeah, Sean, I saw that. I thought about that as soon as I said TikTok. I meant Instagram. But, man, on Instagram and the subreddit, you're killing it. Guess the structures and buildings, most buildings here are brick houses, and ours are too. Regulations, I guess, just the regulations in freshwater, about 1,500 pages, while we're vastly over bureaucratic. Germany sucks. Well, and sometimes we think the United States does with all the enforcement that we get. So, kind of fun. Rohan, I think 3D printers are really cool. I think it'll get to the point where it'll help us out. Let's see if I can do this. Let me see if that'll work. No. Oh, that's a lie. Try it one more time here. Oh, that's for questions only. All right. I keep trying to look for a way to give y'all a link over to it. It's not happening, guys. Best way to water pressure increases. What is the best way to make water pressure increases? In my country, you use a tank above the house, not directly from the meter. You know, Osama, man, I don't know what the best way would be unless you put a booster pump in. I don't know if you can take that pump, put a booster pump prior to it to help you build the pressure up. So definitely could be. Yeah, and that's a good thing if you have a guidance counselor. The problem is most counselors around here in the North Texas area direct people away from the trades. They tell them all they have to go to college. Okay, Janek says, and your median outside temperatures are lower, so heating is a big part of your work. Now, plumbers in the United States, or let me correct that. Plumbers in Texas work on natural gas, so we do a lot with the heat too, getting gas to it. Although we don't work on the furnaces, an HVAC technician does. So it's definitely a little different. Sean wants to know where all the subreddit gang is. If you have not gone over to the subreddit, you need to go check it out. It's Roger Wakefield Posts. And I got to tell you, we get great pictures, videos, all kinds of things from over there. So I do appreciate, everybody who does put stuff over there. And Sean is amazing over there. So it's great. There you go. If you're enjoying the stream, please don't forget to like it and share it with a friend. So we got Joey Z from Local 638 in the house. How are you doing? Good to see you in here again. And yeah, we were talking about San Antonio a while ago. Julie said we got a phone call from them from San Antonio. Okay, today. I couldn't remember if it's today or yesterday. Mac McDonough, how we doing? Still understand the point of the horn wax. For some reason, they felt a need for them. Yes, indeed. Now, Sean Strong, that is something I never thought I would see or hear you say. But yes, hook them. So this is actually a map of the Houston region. The markings on it are where we're trying to put chapters. Julie and myself have a company. Let's see if I can pull this one up. That one did. So let me copy that one. So Julie and I have a business in Houston and in Central Texas. The one in Central Texas, I was talking about Killeen and Waco and Belton and stuff a while ago. Literally, we do business from Waco to San Antonio and over in Houston, where we help entrepreneurs, small business owners grow their companies. And it's really pretty cool. Do we work into San Antonio? We don't go that far south with our plumbing company, but for Master Networks, we do. And Troop 210, it wasn't done in San Antonio. We normally recommend Will's All Pro. You work with condensing boilers technology. We do some, and the only reason that we do is a lot of the tankless water heaters, which they're not boilers, but they're just shy of it. But, we do condensing, non-condensing, both. Lloyd Clavey, you've actually got to work under a master plumber in Texas in order to do drain cleaning, meaning you get a drain cleaner endorsement on your apprentice license, but that's not enough to start your own company. Jim Jake, we are doing great today. How are you? Zach is a home inspector in the Philly area. How do you feel about house flippers who do plumbing work? If they do it themselves and a license is required, I hate it. I have seen too many flippers that have their handyman or the cheapest person they can find do the work. And man, that I've seen some horrible things. So Zach, I hate to say that. If a license is required in your state, I recommend getting a license to do it or a licensed plumber to do it. I've just seen too many bad problems that literally some of them put people's lives in danger. Andrew, yes, I do. So, number one, I got a bigger crowd in here than I thought I'd get today. But everybody tell us, what are y'all doing today for Memorial Day? If you're here in the United States, what are you doing? If you're not, I'm assuming this is a normal day. What are y'all doing today? Are you working? Or if you're doing plumbing or roofing or whatever, let me know what you're doing and how your day's going. Yes. Eduardo, everybody, you don't have to do, not necessarily do a provisional period. They normally bring people in as a first year and they just get them into work as soon as they can. Dustin, how are you? House flippers can be the worst. And Sean, you're right. I corrected that as soon as I thought about it. Okay, CJ, CJ Luttages, if I say anything like this again, I'm just going to boot you out, bud. Make it really easy. Super J, I would love to do the Upanor factory. Edward says, Roger, I tried to get an entry-level plumbing into Phoenix, and they all wanted a couple years experience. Found a company that is offering home inspector apprenticeship that you can't pass up. Look, there's nothing wrong with becoming a home inspector. Home inspectors make good money too. You'll learn a little bit about all the trades, so it's a possibility. Grupo says, I'm a service tech, just got into UA, local 447 in Sacramento. Good for you. I used to know some plumbers out in Sacramento. I don't remember their names, but I used to be an instructor in the union. So I'd go to the ITP, the instructor training program, every year. And man, I loved it. All right. Is that the one I just did? Oh, I didn't click on it. There you go. Sorry about that. Dracula says, just want to say I've never fully had a plan for where or what I was going to do in life after following you for the past couple of months. Become interested in plumbing. Man, I love that. Thank you so much. You know, you would be good to check out what we're doing, the Trades Academy, because it may give you enough information to help you find the right trade and find out how to be the very best at it. So I'm telling you that's what it's all about. Sean, thank you so much, brother. You know, this is a big deal right here because what we do over on the subreddit is so cool. But we get a lot of great pictures, a lot of great videos and things like that. So there's the link to it. Definitely check that out. And I want to, no, it won't let me. Happy Memorial Day. Ricky, how you doing, sir? You know, plumbing and the ceiling, I don't mind. I don't like water heaters in the attics. So, you know, that's the only big problem I have. CJ, that's good, but I'm just telling you, I don't put up with stuff like that. So I would drop it quickly. Ronald, how can somebody learn plumbing without having someone to teach him? Because where I'm from, the trades is not found. Ronald, you may have to move. I mean, if I knew that I could move somewhere in the country and get into the trades and get a good job and possibly even return home later and start my own company, man, could be pretty cool. Jay Spike says 3D printers are great platform for teaching CAD and could be a jump off point for CNC. I've got a friend that is actually a guru in CAD and they use a 3D printer to do some stuff. He's actually, and I love watching him work. Shrub says, I'm in a union apprentice training program right now, and it's been good. Yeah. Guys, I got to tell you, I used to be an instructor in the apprentice training program, and it really is a good thing to do. Just not if you want to open your own company one day. Or if you want to learn residential service, make sure your union, your local, teaches that. Thank you so much, Joseph. Happy Memorial Day to you. First, last, we start our green apprentices out at $15 an hour. Okay, so Luis Schapper works for Ferguson. Recommend a Grundfos booster pump. There you go. Luis, do they have a tank with them to help keep that pressure up? Just curious. Bryce, there you go. Please like the live stream. If you like what we're doing, like it, share it, do whatever you can. Ever encounter kitty litter in the water system? Never. I don't know how in the heck it would get there. But anything in the world is possible. Just bought a jet cleaner from Wall All from Amazon. trying to see if that's great and get it useful for work. Gas and electrical. I'll tell you what, number one, I love a good hydrojetter. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but you can find anything on Amazon. There you go, brother. Sharing is caring. Your heating system usually works via HVAC. Is that correct? Yes. In common in Germany at all. Yeah, we don't use a lot of radiators over here anymore, and there's not a lot of radiant systems. Now, up in the Northwest, I've got friends that specialize in radiant heat up in Seattle. So, yeah, it is over here. Lee says, can you explain why plumbers would use two PRVs in line of each other? I don't know why they would use two unless you're trying to reduce the pressure twice and you think that it's too much of a reduction for one. That's one that I literally have no idea. If y'all want to see what Julie and I do, there's the link that is to Master Network Central Texas. That's just our website. You can look at it and see what we do. Man, we teach people how to get out and network to grow their business, and it really is. It was great for me and my plumbing company. Anybody that owns their own company, I would recommend learning about Master Networks, how to get involved, and how to use it to grow your business. Eric says, I want to become a plumber apprentice. What is a good book to read before you start your trade school? You're in New York City. Just want to have an idea of what I'm getting into yourself. I'll tell you what I do, Eric. I'd watch the in the field videos that I do. Watch what Sean Strong does over on Instagram. He literally, he's doing videos, I think on the, Sean, you do it on the Instagram or on the subreddit about the tools. He's making videos of what tools he uses and carries with him. So, man, just all kinds of cool stuff. It jumped on me again, so let me scroll back up here. Stephen, it all depends. We're kind of looking for an apprentice right now, but my thing is to find the good journeyman, because if I can get great journeymen in to train them, man, it works fantastic. Sean says he does plumbing in Nebraska, much further north from Roger. Even the radiation systems in his area are done by the HVAC guys. That's cool. Nolan Ward says, in all your years of plumbing, have you ever been bitten by a dangerous insect or rodent? Yes, it's Julie Wakefield, and she's here in the chat, or she was. No, I've never been bitten by anything bad. Sean says, Eric, try reading the code book without falling asleep. And I got to tell you what, the illustrated plumbing guide is good because it actually shows you what they're talking about. I think that's probably one of the best things you can get. But what I like about watching the videos is you actually see people working on things. And I think that makes such a big difference. Lloyd, you are welcome. So just last night, had a smell coming from your water heater. Looked it up. Some say it's a harmless smell from bacteria and sulfur buildup. Others say it's gas. Well, does it smell like gas or does it smell like sulfur? If it smells like sulfur, it could be bacteria in the tank. But normally you wouldn't be smelling it at the water heater. You'd normally smell that at a faucet. So what I would tell you is if it smells like gas, you probably want to spray it down with soap bubbles, see what you can see, and go from there. Vic, good evening. How are you? And yeah, it is good evening. You're probably close to 9 o'clock, aren't you? Firefly, how are you? What's happening today? Ricky, you're more than welcome. open water half-inch 90s are impossible to find because everybody bought them up when it froze to try to go in and make repairs, and they hadn't caught up yet. Sean says he's been plumbing 10 years, have only come across a few garden snakes and one black widow. Yeah, and there's not, and I'm, look, here in the North Texas area, I've crawled under so many horrible houses. But you know what? Still, you don't see a lot of bad stuff. Kyle, bring your 3D printer since you got the day off. And your better half's buying furniture. You know what? Good for you. See, I'm at home working. Julie's out getting her nails done. And that may be why she's not commenting right now. Sick and bed with seasonal allergies. Man, I hate to hear that. I hope you're doing better. Does IQ substantially matter for getting in the trades? George, I'm going to tell you no. I've met people that weren't bright at all that have done great in the trades. But then again, I've met some really, really smart people that just couldn't get it. If you're good with your hands, if you're mechanically inclined, you're good with tools, and you're just smart enough to figure things out, it doesn't take a high IQ to do stuff like that. Let me know when you give information to get in the trades. I'll be sure it. Joey, I definitely will. June the 14th, which is 2 weeks from today, y'all definitely want to be in here. We're going to give away 3 of the free courses, but that's the day that we're actually going to start a soft launch to start letting people know about it. But it's going to, the very first module about it, we're talking about what all trades are part of the construction trades. And what are the requirements? How long do you have to do it before you become a journeyman or a master? All kinds of different things. So good. I think it's going to be a good deal. Steven says, I've got to wait a year to start your electrician apprenticeship in Oregon, thinking of moving to another state. Can't say I blame you. Help my dad with some furniture. We have to go pick up and bring it back. Firefly says, went to visit grandparents and cousins. That's what I love about a holiday weekend. You got more time to get out and do things. It is fantastic. And that's one of my favorite things, Nolan. I love good barbecue. Random Dude says, I'm listening to this while on my daily run. I love that because I get up in the mornings and get on the treadmill and I get on YouTube and man, I love it. It keeps my mind going. It's a great way to learn. Derek Sutton is with his family and doing great. Good to have you in here, Derek. And WT Oasis VR says, it's a banking holiday in the UK, but I'm on Memorial Day anywhere. I post something on my Instagram. Good for you. Firefly 59's at the cemetery. I hope everything's going well there. Okay. Andrew McPeter says, making country bean casserole. Now that just sounds good. Okay. Janik says, fixed a boiler and a crapper today, then went to the shooting range. So Janik, and what are the gun control laws in Germany? What kind of gun do you have? I've got a 40 caliber Glock that I carry with me all the time, but my favorite gun to go shoot, I've got a 50 cal, a Barrett, and man, I love it. Okay, YTXFN plays says, I watch a lot of your videos. Hello, I appreciate that. Joseph said, or Sean says, Joseph Cuellar, hey, some soapy water. Yeah, rub it on the joints. If they don't bubble, then there's no gas leak. And man, that is the easiest thing. And Sean says, rub it. I've seen it 2 different ways. I've seen people put it in a jar and take like a dauber and daub it on. I put it in a spray bottle and spray it on. But sometimes the spray can make it look like bubbles, so you have to be careful. And let me see if I can scroll down to this real quick. Got our super chat in here from Joe Bland. Joe says, I learned basic plumbing working in a hardware store in high school You remind me of all the plumbers I knew that gave me advice. Love the videos. Number one, Joe, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Here's what I'll tell you. You can learn a lot from old plumbers. You can learn a lot in the trades from anybody. And that's why I started putting together the course that I did. And it's all about, because think about it. If you're working next to somebody that's got 40 years experience and they can teach you to do things right, it's fantastic. If you work next to somebody that you don't know if they're doing it right or wrong, but that's who you learn from, it can take you a whole lot longer to learn how to do things. Did the trades for over 30 years. It all went to the South people. The trades are going to everybody. But, man, here's the deal is there's going to be so many opportunities for people in the future because of supply and demand. So, man, I highly recommend you get into the trades now. Troop 210 is about to turn in your paperwork for your journeyman license. All you need is the S2 commercial code class. Good for you. Joseph, good luck, man. And hey, do me a favor, video it. Take pictures of it. Post it over on the subreddit, Roger Wakefield Posts. Tag Sean Strong. If you find it, let him know. Tell him thank you. If you don't, it may not be a gas leak. Ricky, you know what? That's a good thing. I love that they do. It makes it wonderful. Scroll down here. It looks like I've got another super chat here. Says, been a roofing apprentice for just over a year now, and you've been really enjoying your videos. Gives me a lot of insight on other trades. And Thomas, think about that. And when you say roofing apprentice, I don't know if you mean commercial or residential, what you're doing. I have people reach out to me that want to get into concrete work. They want to build streets and bridges and foundations on houses and stuff like that. And man, that's hard work. So my thing is, I teach people about all the trades, and that's what the Trades Academy is. I want to teach people about all the trades because concrete may not be your deal, roofing may not be your deal, but you may get into it enough and say, "Man, I love this." And look, I've got people that are electricians that watch me. They're like, "Roger, I watch your videos. I take out the word plumbing and put in electrical, and it's the same thing. You teach me how to be a better person." So I think it really is a great opportunity. But you know what, Thomas, I love that. Thank you so much. All right. I am scrolling back up here. Sean says, gets cold up here for water lines in the ceiling. I don't like it either. I really prefer not to have water lines in the ceiling. Now, on a 2-story house, they do a lot of plumbing in the ceiling, so it can go both ways. And I got another one in there. Thank you very much. Let me see, make sure I got all of them. Okay. So jumping in down here, Adam Norwood says, our landlord never fixes the plumbing in this Amityville horror houses. I love it. All he does is patch things up. You would faint seeing all the leaks. Adam, here's what I'll tell you. Same thing. And I talked about this a while ago. And I know Janik already, I saw the comment over here on the YouTube feed that he's already posted some pictures and stuff. Adam, take pictures, take videos, go over to the subreddit, Roger Wakefield Posts, tag Sean Strong, and I think over there he's boom under the score of the plumber too. But man, here's the deal. We would love to see stuff like that. So that could be great. Architectural sheet metal, man, you are so right. Let's build the trades. It is up to us. All right, trying to get back to where I was. There we go. Zern versus Uponor. What's a tough one? They really, to me, they do two different things. I like the Uponor stretch pipe. The Uponor fittings are amazing. I know for a fact that IQ does really matter if you want to become an industrial mechanic. Millwright, which 106 IQ. Yeah, I don't know if they do an IQ test or not. I've never seen it for plumbing, but I would think you could get into any trade and do really, really well. Helen says, love your videos. I appreciate that. Yeah, well, we've got Upanor, and I love it. Sean, love having you around, brother. I feel, Roger, that physics should be a basic requirement for every trade, even though it's only essential for electricians that are employed in the union. You know, we all use physics to an extent. There we go. Janik says, hey, Roger, just uploaded pics from Germany to your subreddit. I appreciate that. Recently been appointed apprentice. However, he is older than me. I struggle to get him to take me seriously and have respect. What can I do? You know, Lackland, here's the thing. Let him watch you work. If you know what you're doing and you're doing it right, he's going to learn it and he's going to see it and realize it. They don't always have to, you know, respect is something you can't make somebody do, you earn it. And I would say the way to do it is by working hard and letting him see you do that. And I think you'll do well there. There you go. Sean says he's putting the videos, tools video on the subreddit right now. Love it, brother. Thank you so much. A.B. Vaughn says, hey, Roger, ship engineer, work a lot on vacuum toilets, vacuum lines, and sewage treatment systems. Wondering what you think of these kind of systems, if you've ever had to work on them. The only time I've ever worked on a vacuum system was out at Texas Instruments, and it wasn't for sewage. So, A.B. Vaughn, that'd be one I'd definitely be interested in seeing and learning more about. That would be a good one where you could put videos on our subreddit. Sean Strong's in here and talking about it. That would be a great thing to put because that's something most of us don't see. So I'm telling you, I would love that. There you go. All right. You know, and Shrub, this might be the best question I get all day. And I got to tell you, this is something that I talk about in the training that I do, the getting into the trades. It says, what do you think of the stigma associated with doing trade work? I've had bad experiences with people looking down on them. Anything you think can be done to reduce such stigma? And the thing is, a lot of time, plumbers, you know, walk around showing their butt crack, and they shouldn't be. I'll say we got shark scraper in the house too. Here's the thing. When tradespeople let themselves be taken as jokes because either they can't pay their bills, they don't act very smart. There's a lot of reasons. I went through that at one point. I got to the point where I was single. I was in Austin, and you know, when you tell people I'm a plumber, that they look at you like, ugh. I started telling people I was just in construction, like that was really something better. And then eventually I say, you know what? They can bite me. I really don't care what they think. And I don't worry about what people think. Now, the thing is, I'm doing better than most of them, but I work for it and I work hard for it. So, Shrub, this is a good one. I think us as tradesmen need to get over it in our head. That way we don't have to worry about it. I see we have Mr. James Plumber Parts is in the house. I love that. And I'm over here. I'm looking at the live and I'm looking at my stream on StreamYard. James, it's good to see you in here. I will get down there here in just a second. Sean, thank you so much, brother. Bryce, brother, when the phone dies, it dies. There's not a thing you can do about it. All right. Michael says, just dropped out of college and I'm a Michigan resident. Would love to move out of state to Texas or out west. I'm looking at becoming an apprentice in plumbing. You know, Michael, look, you can move pretty much anywhere you want to move to. We need people in the trades all over the trades and all across the United States. So pick a spot where you want to live. I wouldn't want to live in Michigan because it gets too cold for me up there. But man, you've got an opportunity to do whatever you want to do. Good for you. Sean is a good mentor. Yes, he is. There you go. Just each state have their own code. It's not their own code book. They can pick up different codes. They can do the IPC, UPC. They can do so many different things. So yeah, it's definitely the way it works. Cody says, I'm thinking about going into the local union here to learn plumbing. Have some concerns. People told me it gets slow at times and they don't have work. What do you do? So number one, Cody, where are you located? And here's what I'll tell you, because look, I'm just like you. I got into the union. I got into the union in 97 and I never missed work because it was slow. And the thing is, I'm a hard worker. I'm a smart worker. I moved up to be a foreman, a superintendent. I eventually moved up to be director of operations for a mechanical contractor. But what I'll tell you is that you can lose work because of weather. If you're in an area where it gets cold and they shut down for a while, there's a lot of things that you can do that. But here in Texas, man, we always have work. We've always been busy. So I've never seen people get laid off because of weather or anything like that. But if they don't have jobs, they do lay off people that are not the hardest working people. And what I want you to do is I want you to think about that, because if you're a superintendent on a project and you've got 10 people and you've got to cut down to 5, you want to keep the 5 best people, because that's going to help you. It's going to make you look better as a superintendent. It's going to do a lot of different things for you. So, man, I would say it's worth it. If you want to get into commercial, they're going to train you very well. So there's great opportunity there. It's a tough one. I don't know if I'd tell you not to do it. I think I would tell you to think about what kind of a plumber you want to be and see if they're going to help you do that and get you to where you want to be. How much does an apprentice plumber make on average? Apprentices here in the Texas area start out at about $12 to $15 an hour and can go up from there. Shrub, that's what Roger's all about. He's working very hard to erase the stigma. You know, and here's the deal, guys. It takes all of us. I can't be the only one. And if we're recruiting people into the trades to help them, it's going to help make their lives better, and they're going to tell more people too. I think the biggest problem that we have in the trades right now is getting good people in. Whenever I go to the grocery store, if I go to the grocery store at night and there's people in there working and they're working hard, I'll literally go up to them and give them a card and say, hey, is this what you want to do forever? And if they say yes or no or whatever, if they say yes, great. If they say no, I ask them, what if I could help you find a job where you can make $100,000 a year? They're always interested. So, you know, it's our job to educate them and help the stigma go away, help it grow, that look, tradespeople can really make good money. And I think that's going to be more and more in the next few years because of supply and demand, lack of people getting into the trades. All right. It's the boss's son. Man, good luck for you, Lachlan. What is Sean's Instagram? Sean, can you put the link to your Instagram in there? Boom_the plumber. But if you can put it in there, Sean, that'd be great. Ronald Cross says, I appreciate your answer, sir. Thank you very much. Trying to move. I don't know when, but I hope so. Good luck. Adam, I love that you love me. Thank you very much. I'm not going to say I'm the best, but man, I try to help people. I love it. Just subbed. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one, isn't it, Sean? Architectural sheet metal is in the house. I love that. Joey Z in local 638 to be a journeyman in this local, 5 years in the union or apprentice completed through the union. No other way. Man, that's tough. Your boss shows how much he pays you, and if you work qualifies you as a journeyman. Bosses don't have to show how much they pay anybody. That's for you to negotiate. Vic says, Roger, if you could build the perfect plumber, what would he be like? You know, to me, the perfect plumber understands plumbing, but he also understands people. He's got to be able to talk to them, to communicate with them, to help them. Things like that. That's the biggest deal. Just finished first whole house water repipe as a lead, and it went great. Dylan Sanchez, good for you. Shark Scraper in the house. Good afternoon, Roger. So celebrated Memorial Day with barbecue. I love it for some fellow retirees and current active and duty Navy. Good for you. My father was in the Navy, so Shark Scraper, that's pretty cool. Janik says, don't even ask. You need a license, difficult to get. Basically, hand repeating rifles are easier to get. I have some pistol, 45. There you go. Colt Navy. 338 Win Mag. Shotguns. Man, you got it all. Good for you. Yeah, I've probably got 8 or 10 guns. I love them. But my favorite is my new Barrett 50 cal. Amazing. WT says, I have to go, but I'll see you later. No, it sounds bad, but that's one thing drawing me to move to the USA. Second Amendment. Hey, it's a great thing. Yeah, Sean says, well, I tell everybody how I got the title expert plumber. You know, it's funny. Number one, you're not going to dethrone me. American Standard ran a contest a few years ago, and they were looking for a tradesman. And it was a contest. I answered some questions, made a video, did a deal, but they were looking for somebody to come in and talk about the trades, talk about what products they recommended, why they recommended them, different things like that. And it was a plumber know-how contest. I won the contest, and I was the expert plumber for them for a year, and it turned out to be a pretty good deal for me. And I grabbed the name and ran with it. Thomas, you are welcome. Thank you. Absolutely. And no, sir, we are at the house. Happy Memorial Day. Jimmy says, father's of plumbing, worked 30 years, been working with him many years, like the job. I love working with my hands, so I'm like you. College computer engineer. Dylan Sanchez, how we doing? Nightbot, commercial and residential. Yeah, good luck to all y'all who are willing to become plumbers. Good for you. You know, we don't use a lot of the manifolds over here. I think they're great. I love the idea behind them. I thought about that a long time ago. So, man, I think that's fantastic. And Sean's right. Jimmy, do what you got to do. Do what makes you happy. It's all up to us. Trent T, man, I got a problem with that just because it's the unlicensed people that are doing a lot of work. It's leading to a lot of problems we're having. When you work with something that can affect people's health and you can put people's lives in danger, it really can be scary. Shark Scraper says, I frequently counsel young people and always tell them consider the trades instead of college. I'm new to your channel. Came over from Nick Nimmin. Man, I love that. Saw you in there, Saturday morning? Absolutely. Welcome to Clubhouse. Trunk and branch system. Evan says, I think that everyone just assumes that the trades are all hard work, but that's not the whole deal. And I like the way you put that. the trades are harder work than just sitting behind a desk all day. And I think there's some people out there that just don't want to work. So that's an opportunity or a way that they look at it to do it. Tar says, when getting into the plumbing trade a couple of years ago, saw it's one of the few trades left that are lucky enough to have young people actually interested in. Carpenters and masoners. I tell you what, luckily, or let me say this, it's sad that there's not more people interested in the trade, but luckily there are a lot of people showing interest in trying to get into it. Completely agree. Yeah, Northeast Florida, that's a long way from Nebraska. Jimmy Lago says, it's not that easy. Plumbers is a tiring job, but I love it. I'll always use my hands, but with a college degree, won't have an easier life. That is for sure. And Cody, I read your question. Thank you very much. Man, I don't have the form set up, so we're not doing questions like that today. I am trying to go through the chat as fast as I can. And that's one thing, too. If you've ever got a question in the chat, put a Q in front of it. That way I'll know where you've literally got a question for me. Because a lot of times I'll read stuff and I realize somebody's asking somebody else. Yes, indeed. Say we do it different. We loop everything up and build manifolds and all that. The plumbing and electricity hooked up illegal. I want to say hello here to Plumber Parts. If y'all don't know James, you definitely need to go over and check out his YouTube channel. Man, James is doing some great things over there. I've been watching James for years. Good to see you. It's Memorial Day here in the United States, so I'm not in the studio. And man, we're just having fun. So I definitely do appreciate you jumping in over here, brother. And I have sent you some emails. Yes, we need to get together and do something, do a collab. Looking forward to it. Hopefully so right there. I appreciate that. You know of this Navion heat exchanger leaking problem. I don't know which one you're talking about, but anytime you've got stuff like this, put that over into the subreddit where we can see videos and stuff, and we'll daggum sure talk about it. Architectural sheet metal. First of all, I'm recruiting people into the trades, but what I'm trying to do is I've put together a system that I think will help them be the best tradesperson they can be. And what I mean by that is if you do things right, it can put you in a position to be a foreman, a superintendent. It can put you in a position to earn more money. I learned that from Jim Rohn. If you bring more value to yourself, you're worth more money to your employer. And the union doesn't teach that. Trade schools don't teach that. Open shop doesn't teach that. If you go to work with a plumber, he teaches you how to put pipe together. He teaches you how to test it. He teaches you how to repair faucets. He does not teach you how to be the best tradesman you can be. Somebody asked earlier, if you could design the perfect plumber, what would he be? You've got to learn communication skills. You've got to, first of all, get into the right trade. But you've got to do a lot of different things. And that's what I'm wanting to teach people. How do you learn the skill sets to make you more valuable? How do you learn the skill sets to make you a great plumber, a great master plumber, a great plumbing company owner? How do you learn these skills? Because I think you learn it in the beginning. Then you grow, you get better, and then later you're in a position for foreman, superintendent. Look, I joined the union in 97. I moved up to director of operations. So there's been a lot of things that I've done along the way. And Cody, I'm trying to get down. I see this. I saw it just disappear. Cody says, I'm in Tampa, Florida, and they do have a local trade school here. So I'm debating that versus the union. Don't want to deal with having no job. You know, Cody, if you get in and you become a hard worker and you do things right, I think you'll be fine, brother. I really do. I'll find out where I was. I'm getting close. There we go. It says, Roger, you should react to the onboard plumbing on the ISS. And I'd love to see stuff like that. Manual labor can be hard. We think the quote, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. You know, Sean, that is such a great way to put it because, man, and look, you and I have talked about it. I love plumbing, so I think it's great. And plumber parts, James, absolutely, brother, I would love to. So much satisfaction in my job that even though I get tired and sometimes it hurts, it's still worth it. Also, everyone needs plumbing, so I have a lot of job security, and that's the truth. I will check that out again. Yeah, I would love to see that. A.B. Vaughn, absolutely. Yes, I enjoy watching them too. Thanks, that. Just so you lay pipe. Yeah, people won't look down on you then. What do you do for a living? I lay pipe. Architectural sheet metal, here we are killing for apprentices, but now we're running into material shortage because no one is in the warehouses. Boy, and that's the truth. All right, I am jumping back down in here, guys. I'm going to get out of here in a little bit. I really just thought I'd get on here for a few minutes, but then I saw how many people were in here. It's like, okay, I'm going to hang around for a while. Besides that, I'm out of iced tea. Yeah, if you've and this is a link, and I know this one works. If you've learned anything from me, please go in here and give me a testimonial. Give me feedback. Say, look, I've learned from Roger, or I learned how to get better. Luckily for me, I have people send me messages all the time that say, look, I learned to be a better plumber. I was an apprentice. I was thinking about getting in the trade, getting out of the trades, but I started watching you. I was going to college. I hated it. I watched you. I learned about the trades. I got into it. And now my life has changed and I love it. Any kind of review, testimonial, anything at all you can give me that you've learned from me, I would appreciate it. We're going to, out of the feedback that we get here, we're going to do a drawing on the 14th and give away 3 of the training courses. So I hope that that helps. Shark Scraper says, Roger, your response to Shrub was awesome. Any professional who acts like a professional will get respect. Don't worry about those who look down on you. They do that to most people. Man, isn't that the truth? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Says, could imagine being in a shop with even 30 people. Most shops out here have 10 to 15 techs. Yeah. We've got 8, so man, I'm right there with you. Yeah, don't let anybody run your whole life. It's no good. If I had $20,000 to spend to start off in plumbing, what would you buy? Boy, that's a good one, Trent. Dang. I would literally have to say I'd want the right tools. I would want a good sewer machine, a good camera, maybe some leak detection equipment. It depends on where you're at and what all you could specialize in. We have done really, really well by specializing in slab leaks and leak detection. So that is kind of what I would look at. Where can I make the most money and take care of people the best? And a lot of times that's what it runs into. What can you specialize in? What can you do better than anybody else? That may be it. Vic says, hey, James, can you do a vid on apprenticeships in plumbing? My son is finishing his level 2 diploma. Good for you. Good for him. Jimmy Locos says, thanks. I won't tire you. Look, I love this. This helps me talk to plumbers and find out what's going on. Wow. 1 in 8 pre-apprentices stay with the trades. And see, that's what I'm wanting to teach people. And I like the Dilligaff. Here's what I'm wanting to teach people, and this is why I do what I do. Out of those people, I think that the people there that went through my program first and got into the trades are going to do much better because they're going to understand. And I teach them, look, it's hard work in the beginning, but look at the outcome, look at the potential, look at what you can do. And did they get into the right trade? Meaning, if somebody's afraid of poop and they get into residential plumbing, it's going to blow their mind. But I would hate for them not to get into plumbing. They may be a great mechanic and maybe one of the best plumbing installers ever, but they're not good at repair. So, man, that's kind of the way I look at it. And I hate to see that only 1 of 8 pre-apprentices stay with it. I think that if they took my free mini course first to find out what trade or what parts of the trade, I literally think that I could change those numbers to about 6 out of 10 stay, or 6 out of 8. Shrub says, hey, just wanted to say that to thank you. Most channels wouldn't sit down on live and actually answer questions like this, let alone on a holiday. You have good fans because of your good character. People see it. Shrub, thank you very much. Look, number one, I love the people that come in and leave comments and talk and watch our videos. I make videos to help make them better. I make videos to teach them things that they can learn to bring more value to them in their lives. And I love it. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Cuddy says, so should I go to trade school instead or go to open shop? You know, I came up open shop. But I saw this. Jimbo says, once you have a baby, you'll never be afraid of poop again. God's honest truth right there. You know, Cody, I came up open shop. Luckily for me, I worked for some amazing plumbers. I think I worked for 2 of the best plumbers I've ever known in open shop. And what I've got to tell you, I became an instructor in the union later, but I think it's because I was a good plumber because of who I learned from. I've seen instructors in the union that are just there for a paycheck. So, you know, it can go either way. But, man, what I want to tell you is you've got to find out what's best for you. Do you want to go to school 2 nights a week? Does your union just teach service, or does it teach service and construction? Meaning, does it teach any repair? You've got to find out what you want to do and what your end game is and start working towards that. And that's what I try to teach people. Ricky the Kid, I have not had any barbecue yet today. I got up and made an amazing breakfast for Julie and myself. It was good. So, man, started out there. And I'm a good barbecue cook. I've got a Traeger. I did cook fajitas out on the grill last night. So love it. Should I get experience before I make a move out of state, or should I just go out of state to find an apprenticeship? You know, man, that's up to you. You got to figure out which way you want to roll with it. If you want to stay where you're at for a long time, yes. If you want to move over and do something else, man, that's entirely up to you. Get your degree and pay off student loan debt, then that's fantastic. Plumbing will always be there. But, and that's true. You know, and the neat thing too is, and I tell people, look, you don't have to go to college. But look, if you go to college, you're going to learn to be a better businessman if you take the right courses. So there's definitely a possibility of doing things like that. Absolutely. Like flushing loads of toilet paper at one time for fun. You know, Angels, we're all different. If that's what you do for fun, it is what it is. There is Mr. Sean. There's the link right there. Same on TikTok and subreddit. Boom_the plumber. I love it. That's how you become a tuber turd. All right. I want y'all to slow down on the questions. I'm actually going to try and get out of here in just a few minutes. Cody's in Tampa. Good for you. Jimmy says, be prepared for automated plumbing systems and tools. If I can combine this, I'll help the community. Good for you. First week as a plumbing apprentice, thanks to you, my friend, Roger Wakefield from Seattle. Well, number one, Jimmy, thank you very much. If you got into the trade because of me, and there was a link in there a while ago, and I don't know where it is now, but go to thetradesacademy.com/feedback. If I did something to help you and get you in, man, please if you've learned anything from me, please go over there and give me a testimonial or a review or something. And y'all need to be here on June the 14th. We are going to start giving away some of those free courses. Thank you, Sean Strong. I was just fixing to jump over and do that. Wasn't that the truth? It's all fun and games till you have to pay the plumber. Jimbo says, are you going to do any YouTube videos off of your subreddit channel? Yes. That's what we started the subreddit for. We have people that send us some crazy pictures and videos and things like that. So we love it. Yes, so. Adam, I'm not doing pipelining yet, but it is something I've wanted to get into. I've had a whole bunch of people reply to us and tell us about some different systems. So it's something that we're definitely going to get into. Absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do down here, bro, Sean. Orbeez must be a plumber's nightmare. Guys, if you ain't seen my Orbeez video, you need to. That was a great one. And that's one you need to share to everybody because I'm telling you, that thing was hilarious. And we got so much feedback on that. Yeah, I already answered that one. Yeah, definitely get your license. It's a big deal. Julian from the Sunnyvale Trailer Park, how are you doing? Good to have you in here. I love that. Brendan says, if I wasn't hired by the current trucking company that I am working at as a diesel mechanic, seriously thinking about becoming a plumber, you answering my questions a couple of live streams ago. Thank you very much. All right, man, it jumped to the very bottom. I guess that's a good time to tell me, okay, Roger, you got to get out of here. Shark Scraper, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. You know, what I'm going to tell y'all is look, I do appreciate y'all being here. You're still alive. Also, what job do you get called out to most toilet fixing, sewer lines, snake and drains, all the above? I want to say thanks to Sean Strong for being in here. It's great to have a moderator in here today, although it didn't get too bad, so that's kind of nice. I want to say thanks to James from Plumber Parts from jumping in. I want to say thanks to Shark Scraper. Good to have you here, brother. Welcome to Clubhouse. Guys, I hope that y'all have the most amazing Memorial Day. I really just thought I'd get in here for a few minutes. I've definitely been here longer than I planned on, but it's all fun and games. Thoroughly enjoyed it today. It's definitely different not being in the studio. Everything's set up different and a lot harder to work, but somehow we figured it all out. So Apprentice tonight's live stream, Roger. Oh, appreciate tonight's good deal. Yeah, guys, number one, thank y'all for being here. I definitely appreciate it. And as for plumbing, we do a little bit all smart, large and small shops. Look, I like small, but I think you can just be lost and be a number at a big company, but big companies have more money to spend on training and education, so it can all be good. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. And if you hadn't done it yet, jump over to live stream or jump over the channel, check out videos. If you're thinking about getting into the trades, you definitely want to be here in 2 weeks. That's when we're going to really start talking about and releasing the Trades Academy. So thank you very much. I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed. Happy Memorial Day.